Hi everybody, welcome back to Chalkboard Yoga Studies, where we explore a different idea or concept from the yoga tradition each week. For those of you new to Chalkboard Yoga Studies, welcome. I'm Jacob Kyle, and this month we've been exploring in the Embodied Philosophy Weekly Easing, which is one of our offerings. If you're not signed up, you can sign up at 5tattvas.com. This month we've been exploring a different archetype from the tarot deck and its relationship with yoga philosophy. Last month was the Fool. This month is the Magician. Now, the magician, part of what the magician symbolizes is the relationship between the higher and the lower, the connection between the transcendent and the immanent. So we've talked a little bit about this in previous weeks, but in the yoga tradition, there's really a parallelism between the higher and the lower that's spoken up about a lot in yoga philosophy. And what I think is really interesting about the deities of the yoga tradition, of the Hindu tradition, is that a lot of these deities, in fact, all of these deities can be seen allegorically, can be looked at archetypally in a way that sees that these are abstractions or archetypes. They are cosmic principles that represent things, experiences that can be exhibited at all levels of existence, both at the most transcendent and also at the most immanent, at the most material plane as a part of human experience. So this week, I wanted to kind of talk about that in relation to what is considered the Trinity of the traditional Hindu pantheon, and that is Brahma, Vishnu, and Shiva. Those of you who are familiar with this Trinity might know Brahma as the god of creation. The god of creation, Brahma. Vishnu is the preserver, the god of preservation or sustenance or sustainment, and then Shiva is the god of destruction. And it's important to think of destruction not so much as obliteration, this kind of negative idea of destruction that we sometimes inherit, but rather destruction as a part of the cosmic process of creating again. So you can think more of dissolution, the dissolving of certain cemented forms so that new things can take shape out of the soil of what has dissolved. Right, so Brahma, Vishnu, and Shiva is the three-part process of this cycle of existence, of creation, of preservation, and destruction, to return to a state of creation, and so on and so forth. And why this is so beautiful is because, from the perspective of the deities, this is like the most. At the highest level, this is what is happening cosmically. And then at the lower level, in our experience, we can see this exhibited as well. So we wake up, and we're born again. We create a new day. We rise from sleep. And then we go through, 12, 15 hours of experience, however long you tend to stay up. For me, it's a little bit longer. And then at the end of the night, you dissolve into sleep. And then all of that has taken place during the day is recycled, and you are born again in a new day, and the day is created. It's the same with the yoga class. You are born, you create this beginning of a class, you start in child's pose, and then you move through an arc of a practice, and at the end you dissolve, you enter into corpse pose. And then even after corpse pose, oftentimes you roll over onto your side into a fetal position. So there's this metaphorical interplay of dying, of passing away, of dissolving, and then being born again in this new state of creation. And then even with thoughts, when we're meditating, often we're sitting down, we're encouraged to watch the thoughts. You watch a thought as it emerges, as it stays for a moment, and then as it passes away. And then as it passes away, something emerges out of the dissolution of that thought. So really, when we talk about Brahma, Vishnu, and Shiva, we're not talking about these transcendent deities up on clouds. We're talking about this really cosmic process that we can see exhibited at all layers of our existence, at all layers of our experience. And when we can start to really embody these principles and see that they are the natural ebb and flow of existence, then it becomes a little easier to deal with the moments when we're dissolving. Because when we're kind of passing away, we're transforming, we're falling away from an old pattern of behavior and we're evolving into something new, that can be really scary. But if we remember that this is part of the cosmic process, if we can remind ourselves of this Trinity that is really part of our experience, that really is truly us. We are this process. Then we start to find some peace in that realization. So that's really the process of Brahma, Vishnu, and Shiva, and that's pretty much it for today. So thank you so much for joining us. If you have any questions about this, please feel free to reach out to 5tattvas@gmail.com. That's fivetattvas@gmail.com. You can also check out all of our offerings at 5tattvas.com, fivetattvas.com. I hope you will join us again next week. Thanks so much. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.
Asatoma